I'm Nick Millett. I was with the U.S. Air Force from 1998 to 2006 as a security forces member, and served 2 tours with Operation Iraqi Freedom, 1 tour in Qatar and 1 in Iraq. And when I got out, I ended up going to the VA and working for their police department, and did that for about 3.5 years, and realized I was still doing the same thing. I planned on doing something different. So I started looking for different avenues on how to do that, and going back to school was one of those options. And that's when I reached out and connected with the Veterans Upward Bound. Facing that was, it was intimidating. Just like I said, being unsure of my level of knowledge, what still remained from that high school education. I didn't have any of that. I wasn't using any of those skills, and hadn't used them for 10 years. So Veterans Upward Bound really helped me, help smooth that out and make it more comfortable for me. Made an easier transition, helped me gain that confidence I needed to make that leap. Because I'd been thinking about going back to school for a long time. And just going around and asking the questions in the first place was a hurdle. But once you reach out to somebody that, like Mark there at Upward Bound, there's lots of guys like you doing this all the time. It's not been too long. You can still do this, and here are some of the approaches we have. Here are some of the tools we have, and they connected me with those, and really it was the thing that pushed me forward into that decision. Veterans Upward Bound, another major thing they did was turn me on to this VOC rehab program through the VA. And through that program, VOC rehab program, they were able to transition me directly from my education into a position. And I can more or less just be assigned into that spot, and that's what happened. I work with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, the Partners for Fish and Wildlife program. We do projects across the state, working on private lands. Fish and Wildlife Service focuses on endangered species and trying to protect those species and get them off of the endangered species list. So a lot of our efforts are focused through that avenue. But it's really fulfilling to know what an impact you're making. Well, Veterans Upward Bound just has great resources to help you make that transition. I mean, they really did give me the confidence to move forward and make to take that leap. And I never looked back once I got going.